Mind reading present. 17 signs he loves you from a male dating coach's point of view. Love will only exist when a man makes a conscious, deliberate, and purposeful decision to put effort into his investment in you, determined to contribute to your well-being, include you in his tribe, and provide safety and security for you until it ultimately helps you to survive and thrive in the context of your partnership's shared infrastructure. This is the kind of love you really want to seek, and it never happened by chance. True love is always a choice, and it is always demonstrated through action. And to make sure that it's present in your relationship, you should look for the following 17 signs to make sure that you're truly loved enough, and to a large enough degree, that there's a return on investment on your part, is wise and reasonable. Number 1. He invests energy in you. Whether you call it energy or effort, the reality is that a man will spend it on you if he is serious about liking you. Why? Because if he sees a future with you, he will see the energy and effort invested as an investment in his future. Otherwise, he will only invest in the short term, when it is possible, and will most likely generate immediate returns, for example, usually in the form of hookups. Number 2. He spends time with you. High net worth men tend to be cautious about spending time. So, if he spends more time with you than it takes to meet the minimum requirements for dating, that's a good sign that he sees it as a smart investment in his future. Why? Because when he sees the future, he probably imagines you will be a great addition to him. Otherwise, he wouldn't invest his time. Number 3. He seems motivated to make plans with you. High-quality men will take the lead in making plans with women they are truly interested in. If she takes the initiative to plan a date and really puts in the effort to make the date special, fun, and memorable, that's a good sign that you're more than just a love friend for her. Number 4. He strives in the date and time spent together. When the two of you are dating, does he seem interested in giving you more time and effort than it might take? Instead of dating and being goal-oriented as you spend time together, does he seem interested in spending more time getting to know you, doing fun things together, and doing fun activities with you? Does he think about the dates and activities he plans to do with you? If so, it's most likely not a coincidence. He may compete with you and just enjoy your company, which is a good sign. Number 5. He takes you further into his inner circle. High-value men will tend to keep their casual dates on the fringes of their lives. They will not take these women to a more intimate level in their social circle. He won't introduce you to coworkers, friends, family members, co-workers, business partners, and/or those closest to him, because he knows you probably won't be around for long. So, if he starts introducing you to people he's known longer than you, he'll most likely see you as someone he'll keep. Number 6. He introduces you to his friends and family. When a guy starts introducing you to his friends and family, it's a sure sign that he sees you as someone he's most likely to keep in the long run. High net worth men are protective of their personal and family relationships, and they don't want to waste time or energy engaging women if they don't see any long-term potential. If you're having trouble in your relationship and want someone independent to talk to, I suggest you check out Relationship Hero. I did an online session with them to talk about my concerns about living with my girlfriend and found that it was very helpful. Number 7. He immediately replies to messages. When you message him, does he reply to messages fast enough? I'll be honest with you. Back when I was single, sometimes I checked my phone and got messages from 5 or 6 different women waiting for a reply. I'm usually too busy to respond to all of this at once, so the woman I really like as my first choice is usually the only woman I always prioritize responding to in a timely manner. Number 8. He tells you about his life. If a high-value man really wants you and wants to keep you, he will start to open up to you about his life. This may not happen on the first date, but it will. And if it does, you should see it as a good sign. He won't talk about his business, his day-to-day life, stressful things, his mother, sister, or best friend, if he doesn't see you as a potential long-term partner. Number 9. He confides in you. Does the guy you're dating keep you from thinking about and feeling his personal feelings? Or does he really confide in you about the things he has in mind? Now, don't twist it. I'm not saying that he should use you as a therapist. But men of high value understand that having a high-quality woman to confide in can be a tremendous asset and complement a high-performing masculine lifestyle. And if she tells you about her feelings, her emotions, her stress, her problems, her challenges, etc., chances are that there is a real desire behind those sentiments. Number 10. He keeps his phone when he's with you. I've heard many stories from women about how men they're dating often keep checking their phones or even opening dating apps despite being on a date. This is a considerable red flag. If you don't even mean enough to make her want to keep her phone, that's a good indication that you're not dealing with a man of great value, or that you're not dealing with a man who actually takes you seriously. Number 11. He prioritizes you. Do the men in your life tend to put you first, at least to a reasonable degree? Does he seem willing to set aside at least a number of other things to ensure that he spends time with you, and that the time you both spend together is of high quality? Men who are not interested in you in the long run will not rule out important things for you. If you feel like he prioritizes everything over you, that's not a good sign. That may mean he sees you only as a fun distraction when there's nothing else to do. Number 12. He starts an escalation in the relationship. Does the man you're dating seem interested in proactively increasing intimacy and overlapping domestic relationships? Do you think he tends to take you further into his life over time, or are you still living his life from an outsider's perspective? If a man truly loves a woman, he will strive to involve her more into his life as the depth of the relationship increases and as his trust and liking for her grows. Number 13. He talks to you about the future. Does he often talk to you about the future? When I started dating the woman who is now my girlfriend, we quickly began discussing the possibility of a future together and what it would look like. This is not something I have ever talked about with other women. Why? Because I didn't want to lead them, and also because I wasn't very interested in them at that level. Number 14. He seems to really care about your well-being. If I were to date a woman I truly cared about, I would have a very real and legitimate concern for her well-being, but if I didn't see any future with him, my attitude would be like this. Hey, he has grown up. If he can't solve his own problems, I don't need to relieve him of those problems. Of course, if you are irresponsible and make bad decisions that lead you to bad circumstances in life, a man of high worth will not want to date you. But when I date a woman I'm interested in, I'll have an innate and emotional desire to want to do good things to help her move her life forward in a positive way. It's a very organic thing, and frankly, it's a great indication of how men really feel about you. Number 15. He takes responsibility for your life and improves it over time. I once dated a woman who started having pretty serious car problems. To be honest, one of the problems was that he was irresponsible, and I ended up losing his phone number because it got to the point where it wasn't convenient to continue seeing him. Instead, I once dated a woman I loved very much, who ended up with a flat tire, and I made up my own mind to show up and replace it for her. This is something I want to do, because I love him legitimately, and because taking responsibility to help him make his life better gives me a certain satisfaction and happiness as a man. Men actually have protective and breadwinner instincts, but only for women they truly crave and love. I would only feel this way towards the woman I truly loved and yearned for. Number 16. He seems motivated to lead you to join him on a journey of self-improvement. When a high-value man dates a woman, he will consider it a serious choice, or just a nice fling. Here's the problem. High-value men generally prioritize masculine self-development. So, if he's trying to pull you into a self-improvement routine with him, you to the gym, following a certain diet, reading self-improvement books with him, etc., this might be the wrong thing. A sign that he sees you as a potentially serious option, and that he is testing your partner's strong self-development abilities with you. Number 17. He's also willing to invest in your friends and family. Wise men understand that a relationship is never as simple as just a woman and herself. She knows that real, lasting, committed, and loving relationships will also involve their friends, family, and inner circle as well. As a woman, you'll want to watch for signs that she's interested in piloting and investing in these guys. A guy who avoids meeting up with family, or who only seems interested in interacting with his friends when he feels comfortable doing so instead of a concerted effort to find out about your loved ones and their shared waters, may avoid him because he's not so interested in delving deeper into your life. On the contrary, a wise man who is genuinely interested in a future with you will welcome the opportunity to do these things when the right time comes, because he will understand that these people will actually come with you in the relationship to some extent. Therefore, he wants to check it with you. And if he has made the decision to love you, he will understand that in his best interest, he is doing what he can to make life better for your friends and family. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.